Well, g'day everyone. Wanted to talk to you today about some wonderful updates that have happened with the Yolobox. Now, Yolobox did send me this, but they haven't asked me to do these later reviews. They only asked me to do the one review that I did originally. So these are all because I actually love the unit. So I've sort of just been doing videos as they've been updating the device because they continually update it and add a lot more features. Particularly this latest version is just incredible. And I'm going to show you what they look like and also how you can sort of manipulate them as well. The other thing too is that now it used to be just like a passive through. It used to be just like this passive throughput where you didn't see all the overlays and things like that added, whereas now you actually can save the whole lot. So if you're, say, recording this to an external device as a backup, it will include things like overlays, etc. Now, you may also be wondering why I'm wearing a hat. It's because I've had a whole stack of sunspots burnt off and they just look a bit ugly, so I'm going to wear a hat for the next week or so. But let me take you through what's going on here. So at the moment, you're looking at the one camera. Now, I can do this. It's connected to the Yolobox. Now, if you want to see how this is all done, I've done previous videos on it, so I'm not going to show that in this case. And in fact, I'm not even going to go live, but I will talk about some of the things that are different in this new version. And I'll show you the menus and things shortly. So, for example, this is connected through Wirecast. So if I wanted to, I can switch pages, as you see here with me down at the bottom right-hand corner there, and you can see the Yolobox website here as well. So I can just use it exactly as I normally would. But let me just show you now how this works. So I've only got one camera attached at the moment. You can have two cameras on this, and if you want to have a third, you can use something like a HDMI capture device to plug in and use the USB as a third camera. But if you're connecting this through a Yolobox, like I showed in the last review, you can add then multiple extra cameras. But let me show you now what's new. So I just wanted to show you how PDFs work. Now I'll just run through it and then I'll show you how they're set up so you can see what I'm actually doing on the screen. But if we click here, I'll show you now, this is your slideshow. So you can, this is a PDF slideshow. So you can see I'm just clicking to the next slides that come up. And this is great, and I'll show you how this works because it's one of page 3. These are sitting on the SD card. If I can also say go and show a video clip if I wanted to show that. You know, and this is really good fun as well. So it's great to be able to sort of show these sort of things. If I wanted to as well, I can do picture-in-picture. So I'll show you soon how I can manipulate the picture-in-picture here to make me smaller so I'm not taking up so much room. There's also side-by-side here, and you can put a background picture in. The one I've just put in here is just an example, but I'll also show you how you can add that and things you can add in. We now have split view as well, so you can see it's playing a video on the left-hand side there and me on the right-hand side, which is really nice. And then I can click back onto just me here. Now, I can do the same things as usual. I can bring in things like these overlays. You can see that's just brought in my OSLA Images sign. And in fact, I can bring up a lower thirds down here as well. So that would be OSLA Images Live. And down here, I can also click on, say, Q&A for OSLA Images because I always have a Q&A in my live shows as well. I can just click on those to take them off. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how this whole system works with the interface. So I'm going to switch over and I'll put on the HDMI out. I'll turn that off. So now you can see, if you look, the whole interface that's here. You can see me at the top here. You can see I'm streaming in 1080p. You can also just press the Go Live button here to go directly to YouTube, but like I said, I'm not doing that. I'll show you where that is in a minute, but I can just go there. I can also click on the button up the top, which is the record button, so I can record this onto the SD card as well, so you can have a backup like that, or you can connect directly to your computer, which is what I'm doing. Now, let's have a look at the way some of these work. So this is the PDF that I was showing you. You can see here it's one of 3. If I press the arrow across, it will go to page 2, and then it will go to page 3. So that's how that works. So it's really nice. Now, you don't see that when we're looking at it full screen. The SD card, if I click on here, you'll see that it's showing the video here, just playing in the background. And like I said, it's really beautiful to be able to do this as well. It just shows how sort of powerful this little device is. If I go picture in picture, what this does is, like I said, I'll show you how you can manipulate this. So if I hold down where I've clicked on the picture in picture, down just below the main window there, if I hold that down, I can now edit it. Now, what you can do then, I can scale this up or down, and then you can move this around to where you want to go. But at the moment, it's taking up too much screen real estate. So this is new in this version. So I can click on aspect ratio, and then I can start to change how this looks. So you'll see. And the bottom ones are really nice for when you're doing this type of sort of show where you're showing a slideshow or something, because you could just move that completely out of the way like that. And then if I press done, it will be in the image like that. And then if I press the slideshow, you'll see that this will still change going through. So that's just wonderful now. So if you have things that you want to show, you can do it that way. Side by side, if I bring that up, if I hold that down to change this and go to edit, you can see the spacing will affect how big the images are, or the slideshow and the image of me is. You can also click on the background. So we'll notice there where it says background image. If I click on that, I could then add a different background or something like that if I wanted to do it that way. But it's just wonderful. I'm just making it go smaller so that you can see the background through there. But like I said, I've only got this in as an example. This split view here, you can have a lot of fun with this, because if I hold this down and click onto the edit, what you can do here is I can change the border thickness like you can with some others. I can have the separator, so you can change where the image is. And then in fact, you can also do an angle as well. So if you wanted to say have it sort of more like this, you could do it that way too. So it's really interesting, and you can get some lovely sort of effects looking at it that way as well. So, you know, I think it's just terrific actually. Let me just click on done on this so that you can see when I come out of it, and if I come back to here. So let me take you through some of the settings here. There's just a couple of things that are really nice with this as well. If I click on this SD card videos when switching, you can see that it's paused at switching at the moment, but I can change it so that it shows resume first frame and pause when switching and continue playing when switching. If I come back, you've got your SD card management, which tells you how much memory you've got left. And then you've also got the HDMI out. This is where I clicked on before, and it switches then to full screen, or it comes back through here as well. You've got video source transitions through here that you can choose from all of these different ones. There's so many. I just like the fade, but there is so many. Also, you've got the bar cropping. Now, if you're getting green lines showing up on your image, you can click this and it will stop the green lines from showing. I don't have any of those sort of problems, but that's there in case if you wanted to use that. And I wanted to show you how you can move the overlays and things like that. So this is the overlay page. You can see if I click on here, it will bring the OSLA images sign in. If I click through here, it will bring that in. I can then move that out of the way before it was cut off. So I could just move that around anyway a little bit if I wanted to. So that's the overlay. The audio, this is where you can determine if you want to switch. At the moment, I've just got it on automatic because I'm only using the one camera. But if you have multiple cameras and you don't want the audio to change between them, you can select which one you want to use. Now, for instance, the camera at the moment is coming into HDMI 1. So I could just click on HDMI 1 and that would be fine. So no matter which camera I switch to, it would be all stuck from camera 1's audio feed. So that's a really nice thing there as well. You can also change your sound level for your monitoring and things like that here too. I'm not going to go much through the scoreboard because I don't think, I never use it, but it's there if you did want to use that. And I think there's been a couple of changes there. I'm not sure what they are. But another thing here as well, the comments now are terrific, because before you could read the comments where it says here, no comments yet, because I'm not live on YouTube or Facebook. But if comments started to come through here now, I can click on those comments and they'll appear on the feed. So people in the feed can actually read them. So that's great. Whereas before I could read them, but they wouldn't appear on the screen. So that's really wonderful as well. So here I am back again. This is terrific. I mean, this device is wonderful. Like I said, I'm probably going to start offering this in weddings and things like that, or receptions or whatever, as another option that I can add on to make more funds with my work. And it's just great the way that this works. I've showed you now these extra features are just terrific, and they keep adding these all the time. And like I said, they haven't asked me to do this. I've done this because I think they just keep updating the device all the time, and we're getting really wonderful features added in for no cost once you've bought the unit itself. If you have any questions, leave them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I'll leave the link where you can get this down below as well. Apart from that, guys, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye for now.